Do you guys see the Logan Paul Conor McGregor wins in that fight? I think Logan Paul.
I mean, we haven't seen Conor fight in a while.
I feel like Logan Paul, at his size, when he fought Floyd too, that was years ago. He's like been training. He's in insane shape.
Man, I wish Conor wasn't doing these touches.
Conor McGregor has responded to Logan Paul's fight offer. After Conor backed his training partner Dylan Dennis to beat Logan Paul ahead of their fight, Logan has now called out Conor McGregor, saying he's next after he'll knock out Dylan Dennis. This is what Conor had to say about the call out.
Logan said you might be next. Would you be next?
Slap the nose off.
He's gonna beat Dylan. He's gonna beat Logan.
Logan has since offered Conor a $1 million bet that he'll beat Dylan.
Music. Are you all able to view Logan Paul? After Conor backed his training partner Dylan Dennis to defeat him before their fight, Logan called out Conor McGregor, saying he's next after he'll knock out Dylan Dennis. This is what Conor had to say about the call-out. Conor McGregor wins that fight, and I haven't seen Conor fight in a long time. I feel like Logan Paul at his size when he fought Floyd too, that was years ago. He's like been training. He's in insane shape, man. I wish Conor wasn't doing these TP of Conor McGregor. Logan stated that you might be the next LA he defeats.
The real thing over here, I think these WWE guys think this is... They are not right in the head, some of them. I mean, the main, what's the main guy, John Cena? He's wanting around, he's 40. Yeah, he's 40 years of age. He's wanting around in a luminous orange t-shirt and a headband, talking about nobody can see him. We can see him right there. He's a big fat 40-year-old failed Mr. Olympian motherfucker. Man, they're dweebs, those guys. This is the real shit. I've got to get in and fight a man for real, with no script, with no nothing. So he was talking about challenging, bringing some other wrestler guys over to challenge me and saying, come bring it then, this is the real shit over here. If you want to come over, we can fight, no problem. And then a few of them are talking about the street and all. If they want to do that, come at me and see what happens. That might have been a bit ruthless of me to say, but again, it ain't trash talk, it's true talk.
Conor McGregor, he's taking shots at really not just one of you guys, all of you guys across the board. He's had a few things to say. What's your response to what McGregor's been saying?
You know, it's funny. I almost don't even want to respond. I won't say his name because it's obvious that he's trolling WWE to, you know, create a buzz for this fight he's got coming up.
To your arena.
Like I said, I don't want to spend any more time talking about that little guy from, you know, he's cute and all.
Conor has since been offered a $1 million bet by Logan, who will be Dylan. Conor McGregor has always voiced his thoughts, and Logan the Irish fighters, who are renowned for Paul's keen attention to detail and sharp tongue, have taken notice of his most recent training tape. As the YouTuber turned boxer gets ready for his upcoming major bout, McGregor offered his opinions on Paul's development.
Saying, for the UFC to grant Conor McGregor the right to fight Logan Paul, and Dana hates the Pauls. You know how Dana holds grudges. We know how he holds grudges. For him to be in cahoots with the Paul brothers in any facet, that blows me.
Hey guys, welcome to some breaking news, and this is pretty bonkers. This is coming from Conor McGregor. He says the rumors of a bout with Topuria are false. I am in preliminary agreements with the Urbani family to face Logan Paul in a boxing exhibition in India. I have agreed. I will then seek my return to the octagon. Now, there is no way I can't see this happening if Conor has agreed, because Conor is going to be the biggest stumbling block. There is no way Logan Paul turns down this opportunity.
Conor McGregor's an average MMA fighter and a horrible boxer. I'm going to beat the shit out of his Dylan, and then I'm going to beat the shit out of...
Discussions throughout the combat sports world have been triggered by Logan's rigorous training sessions that demonstrate his enhanced power and skill, and McGregor's response is no different. Fans anxiously awaited word on whether the superstar was impressed by the critics or prepared to take on the social media sensation directly.
I want to talk to you about your fight with Conor McGregor.
He's the Caucasian Floyd Mayweather. You know, he's a knockoff version, but...
It's a great goddamn comparison right there.
Yeah.
It may be the funniest thing I've ever...
Yeah, he's a hell of a knockoff version.
There has to be a level of respect now after that, because after
I take my hat off to him.
Yeah.
I mean, he a dog.
The best moment for me was after that fight when you guys hugged after the fight, and he was like, I'm mad that they stopped it. You should have just put me down. He said, I didn't have no legs.
I mean, I want the man to have a career after me.
Yeah.
It sounded good when the fight was over.
Yeah.
You know, when I was digging off in his ass, he was like, you know.
What is the conversation about you going into the octagon? Is that a real conversation?
Anything is possible. I can go get a deal right now from the UFC. Probably $4-5 billion deal if that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
He's bankrupt, and you're about to be. It should be 50. Nah. Bentley. Nah. We are a bollocks to the IRS. Yeah. Sing it for me, beautiful. Yeah.
This is the real deal here, and I believe that some of the WWE guys, I mean the Major, who is the primary character, John Cena, he's around, he's 40, yeah, he's 40 years of age. He's run around in a luminous orange t-shirt and a headband talking about nobody can see him, we can see him right there. He's a big fat 40-year-old failed Mr. Olympia mother man that DS those guys. This is the real I've got to.
And you got to do it has to be WrestleMania. That shit is crazy.
WrestleMania in
It's
Vegas.
like 100,000
this year.
people, bro.
Allegiant Stadium. Yeah, it's gonna go crazy. Yeah, you should do something.
Are you gonna be back in time for that? No.
Brother, come on, I'm retired. I'm a dad, bro.
He's taking time off.
I'm a dad.
Pops. Yeah.
Within 4 minutes of this child being born, I felt a love, an endless, infinite love, instantaneously that I've never felt in my life. I love 2 women in my life, Nina and my mom. All of a sudden, there's a third little woman here who instantaneously has my entire soul. She's lit my being on fire, and I would do anything.
Get in and fight a man for real with no script, with no nothing. So he was talking about challenging, bringing some other wrestler guys over the challenge man, saying, come bring it then. This is the real over here. If you want to come over, we can fight, no problem. And then a few of them been talking about. The street know if they want to do that, come at me. And see what happens. That might have been a bit rudest of me to say.
They confirmed it. So Conor McGregor is due to fight Logan Paul, not to be confused with Jake Paul, in India for $250 million each. You ain't making your money back. So this is from Mac Life Official, who's one of my faves. They're salt of the earth people. Conor McGregor and Logan Paul are featured as part of the historic Visit India tourism campaign, so it's government funded, yeah? It's a clash in Mumbai, iconic stadium. The two will be rewarded for their efforts, with McGregor set to walk away with $250 million. That's more than to fight Floyd.
But again, it ain't trash talk. It's true talk. And McGregor, he's taking shots at really not just one of you guys, all of you guys across the board. He's had a few things to say. What's your response to what McGregor's been saying you? No, it's funny. I almost don't even want to respond. I won't say his name because it's obvious that he's trolling WWE to...
Obviously going to try and get close, but I have no idea where that kind of meeting point is going to be. Conor's up at like 170 odd now, so perhaps they can kind of get around that 190 range, 200 range. I'm really not sure, but yeah, an exhibition. I mean, straight away, my first thoughts are, how legit is this going to be? Because Conor's not going to want to sign for something where he's going to be made to look stupid. Logan... Logan wouldn't mind losing to Conor.
Create a buzz for this fight he's got coming up to your arena. Like I said, I don't want to spend any more time talking about that little guy from He's Cute. And all in December 2024, Conor McGregor claimed to have reached preliminary agreements for a boxing exhibition against Logan in India. Paul revealed that the Amani family, particularly Mukesh Ambani, one of the richest people in the world, had helped organize the event. McGregor said, I have agreed.
Paper, this sounds fantastic, right? This is going to be a great fight. But then you think about who's fighting. Arguably 2 of the greatest marketers in martial arts history. Of course, we have McGregor, who can sell tickets with his eyes closed, and Logan Paul, who's going to use all of his social media power to get everyone under the age of 15 to buy the pay-per-view. And I think every single person knows exactly how this is going to play out. This fight is going to be set sometime in late 2025 or 2026. McGregor's going to start talking shit early, make personal attacks, yada yada yada. Logan's going to make it his entire personality and keep posting videos videos on social media to promote it and also make some attacks at McGregor. Then they're going to have these crazy, extravagant press conferences where it gets really heated and they're arguing and they're just going back and forth at one another. And then it's going to be marketed as the biggest fight of all time. There's going to be so much anticipation built up around it. People just can't wait until that day comes. Then finally, it's time for fight night. All the prelims are pretty good. They have like a 20-minute walkout. And it's the most underwhelming fight you've ever seen. And I'll just imagine that Jake wins, Conor gets millions of dollars, and the next day we're talking about the fight being rigged once again. That's exactly how it's going to play out. We've been here like 8 times. Don't fall for it. This fight is going to suck.
I will then seek my return to the octagon, but despite these claims, there is still doubt about the fight's feasibility. I'm merely arguing that the UFC should give Conor McGregor the opportunity to meet Logan Paul because Dana despises the Pauls and we know that he harbors resentment toward them. I'm also pointing out any aspect of this that bothers me. Hello, everyone. Here is some very crazy news.
On the percentage scale from 0 to 100, what are the chances that Jake Paul ever fights Conor McGregor?
0.
0?
Yeah.
Never happened.
Listen, man, I get it. These kids, listen, both these kids, him and his brother, have done a good job of injecting themselves into the fight world. I am a huge Boston Celtics fan, okay? I love Nate Robinson. Nate's awesome, okay? Have you ever seen basketball fights? Have you ever seen when fights break out in the basketball court?
Yep.
Yeah. Some of the shittiest fights you'll ever see in your life, okay?
AK. Because usually every day there's a Conor tweet. And usually it's something about a fight that probably could never happen. And the day just goes on, right? We go on, we read the tweet or we see it in our Slack channel. We're just like, okay, he's just saying things. And then we just, maybe we create a graphic and then that's really all the chatter about it. I go to the gym this morning and when the workout ends, I go to my phone. Literally every news outlet on planet Earth that I have on my phone has sent an alert out. Breaking news, Conor McGregor is not fighting in the UFC. He's agreed to box Logan Paul in India in a boxing match. And I'm like,